Mm, excuse me. All right, so we did some work on this already, as you can see. Um, it's now up to me. I put the pictures in. I moved the logo right here so that it wasn't in this piece on the truck. I tried to move it so that where the lights come out of the picture, it's on the back of the truck. That's the back of the truck. Um, it doesn't interfere too much with the actual picture on the back. As you can see, on the other side here, I've um, started the process of cutting the picture and fitting it where it's going to go. The actual handle that's up here should be right in here. So um, I forgot to cut it out, but that's not a problem. It'll automatically cut it out when the program that I have that makes the picture or makes the skin for ATS does its job. What I'm doing right now is actually completing the picture back here. It's going to take a little bit of artwork on my part because this is the only picture we have. Um, there are other pictures, but this is what I kind of wanted on the side of the truck. This was one that they had zoomed in and cut already, so I just used it. Um, it's a matter of taking a picture. I'll show you. You go up to here, you open a layer. These are the ones that I have that I've already done. Um, I've got the templates that are blacked out so that you're not putting pictures over. I'd have to show you, but the templates come to you like they've been made with um, what the hang is the program called? It's engineering program, anyways, and it has a whole bunch of lines in it. Um, so we're going to show you. Okay, that's not what I wanted. No, and then see, there's one I'm working on. There's the logo. There's the motto. RoboCop movie name. Yeah, that's from an older one. There it is. So I take this, I open it, and that's how it comes to me. Okay, I I should put this over here. I go over to here. This is the scaling tool, and you can take the picture and scale it so that however you want. I could drag this and drop it over here and put it in so that he's right there. And as you see, it hangs over. Okay, well, that's not a problem. Um, I'll put it right there like that, and right there like that. I'm not going to save it, and I'm not ready for this yet, but uh, try and cover up the part that you want. And you scale, and it puts it over there. And then you go in here with your erasing tool, make it so that it's not so big. I'm going to change the view to what I'm used to working on. There is a problem with the program. There sort of. Oh, I'm not quite up as high as I need to be. There we go. Scale. Okay, so what you do is I'm going to move this off the screen on my other screen. And what you do is you're going to take your eraser and you're going to go along and you're going to erase it just so that you leave a slight line, and you keep going. Oops. And if you do something like that, undo eraser, so that you're just going to go undo eraser. I do have a pencil tip um, pad, but to be perfectly blunt, I'm so used to using the mouse that I don't often use the pen. I thought it would be a wonderful little tool, but I guess the one that I have isn't as um, precise as some of the ones that are out there. Now, what I'm doing to get the line behind there and get a straight line is you pressing the shift button on your system, and you can go around and you can do the edges a little bit more precise. Now, oops, yeah. Uh, Thank you, Mum. And you come along, and again, just want to leave a little bit there, because, oh, shoot, edit, undo. Oh, darn, need coffee or something. Oh, and you just keep going like that. And seeing as I really don't want the two little guys in the corner here, oops, file, edit, undo, eraser, I will use the rubbing tool, blending tool, and blend them out of the picture. Leave a little bit there so you can cover it up later by doing the sampling tool. And I'll sample that color. I'll go to this, got a hard edge. Don't want the hard edge, I want a fairly misty edge on it. I want to go down to about 3, and we go from over here, say, and get the line, come to the edge, and just go back and forth a couple of times. and then come up this way, back and forth a couple of times. And then you do a sampling tool of the area. Take your airbrush. 50% is not bad, even a little less. Go to about 25 in size because I've got it set so that it's this. So it won't spray. You just want to spray in the middle. The rest of it will just blend out. It's the main spray is in the middle so that you just blend that out. And then you go and you take a little sample of the area and a little bit closer. And then you just blend the area out. And then I want to go back to the brush. And I want to go back to, actually I need to do this. There we got a little darker. And I'm going to bring this down to an 8, I think would be a good size. And now I can finish off that. And no, Ma, I've I've done. I'm done with coffee for today. Go back to your. Oh shoot! Undo. Okay, there's the other thing. You do something, you just undo it. Like this program for that. It's very precise. Um, Go back to your. And then you just blend it back to the way it was. Just so that it's. And we're going to take the little rubbing tool and blend it, blend it, blend it, blend it, blend it, blend it, blend it back into the way it looked. Now I'm zoomed in at 200%, okay? Unless you are able to do that with in the trucking game, you're going to see this probably at say 50%. Now, can you see where I've done anything up in the corner? You really don't need to be so precise that people are going to say, oh, geez, you touched that in the corner. Um, Nobody's going to notice. That being said, we are going to fit it back in the window, and you'd go around the entire thing, cutting it out so that you have just a little bit of a black edge around it. As you can see, once you're done, you can blend that back out to the edge, and nobody will notice. Or you can leave the little black edge. It really doesn't matter. When I do these templates, I will show you what a template looks like. I'll just open. We're doing the T80. I think that's the one I have. No, it's this one, right? Nope, nope. Must be this one. Thought it was. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is the one that I have. Move that off the screen so you can see it. View image. Fit the image in the window. That's how it comes to you. I blacked the thing out because it's easier to change the color on the background. It's just a matter of pressing the fill button with whatever color you want. Such as, I'll open, now that you've seen that, open. I have um, pictures and truck skin projects. Truck templates, truck templates all blacked out. These I all have blacked out. I have them in JPEG format and PNG. PNG is what the program that I use to. Um, oh, it didn't show you what I did. Ah, well, we'll have to show you this way. Um, okay, so hang on. Uh, it's not capturing that, so we'll open as a layer. So you can actually see what's going on. Um, this is the templates that you get. And you will see what I mean. That is what you get. All of these lines are there to tell the program the contour of the truck. Tells you the contour of the truck as well. It's how they make them. Whether you color this in or not is not going to change the fact that those lines are there to the program. These are all the parts to the truck. That's your bumper, or not your bumper, that's your bumper right here. This is your side tanks right there. That's your fender, hood, you know, all the parts. Um, this is the aerodynamic part that goes on the top. Um, all these parts, the, the mirrors, um, where the windows are, where the handles are, where there are holes in the truck, it's all white with no lines in it. The extensions, um, that being said, uh, edit, undo, open layers. I have um, done this to it. Uh, there we are. Uh, so open. This is how this first started off. I black them out because it's easier to cover the pictures. And if you want to fill, uh, a color, I just press on that and poof, it's filled. Okay. Um, and then you put your pictures over it and you've got that solid color background. I want to do the background or the rest of the truck, which would be your base color, is the main area there. You change the color of that. Um, it shows you where the lights, the handles, the windows, and so on and so forth. Um, what's blacked out is the parts that actually can be painted. What's white, okay, is parts that can't be painted. They're windows, they're holes. So I don't care, whatever. If nobody else wants it, if she wants it, just give it to her. I don't care. Yes. Anyways, edit, undo, and edit, undo. And, well, there's no fight. It would, it, just a matter of like whatever. And then edit, undo, open layers. So I'm back to my truck. Now, what I can do with that template, with a program that a friend of mine showed me online, is I can remove all of the black and leave this area, and it becomes a transparency. With a transparency, this whole area would be just blank, like a window. And whatever's in this area, like on, if I overlaid it with this and I changed the color to the main color to the blue and I just overlaid it over the top of this, it would show through what's in this area. So if I went over a little bit with the pictures, I could literally cut them off without having to do any of the stuff that I showed you over here. Um, that being said, it's I'm going to close this off because I didn't do anything other than show you this. And yeah, discarding changes. It throws it right back to uh, um, what I was doing beforehand. As soon as I, oops, that's not the one I wanted. File, open recent. There it is. So that's what I'm working on. Um, I'm going to close this off. File, open recent. This is another one that I'm working on. It's a Peterbilt, and I'm starting to do. I'm going to zoom in on it. I'm starting to do this to the truck, and this I just started this. This is going to work out looking like that. I'm going to fill in all these with little lines all the way to the front of the truck. I'm probably going to go along the edges of the truck with scrolling sort of like that, all along the edge of that line. I may, I'm really not decided on what exactly I'm doing. I'm just checking it out, but it's going to go like something like that. And that's going to go on. Uh, this is 389 Ultra Cab. This is the Viper uh, 2 truck. I have red uh, around the rad, the interior of the rad, the grilling and all that, it'll be black. The mirrors will be black. The fenders at the back will be black. I might use some scrolling along the fenders and kind of do a fade of this color around the inside edge. Um, the tanks and the steps and the this is your visor will be black. The air filters will be black. This is your if you choose to use it. Um, the air conditioner unit that has lights in it that would mount on the roof of the truck, unless, of course, you use the aerodynamic thing, then you have to delete it. That's the aerodyne system, and I might keep it black. Um, this is around the edge of the front of the sleeper. This is around the edge of the front of the sleeper. I have to turn that back to red because that's part of the this thing right here. So I need to change that and use the fill button and whoop, there it's now red and that one's red. So that's back to the way it should be. Um, and you go over here and you go overwrite that picture and boom, it is now going to be that. The fenders will be black. Oh yes, that needs to be red too. Uh, edit, oops, overwrite that. The front bumper will be black. This is actually a nice little small picture, but it's actually your fifth wheel. If I was to zoom in on it, it'd show the fifth wheel. Um, that's the front of the fifth wheel. How they make that fit on that, it's part of the programming, but it's a little baffling. um, later on, I will show you how to make the SCS file. You require a program for that. It is called ATS. Hang on. ATS Studio. No, I am fucking. Jeez. Anyways, that being said, everything's that's what we're doing, and oh oh I can't remember if I saved that, so let's save that just in case. And now I can change it. Now, once you've saved it, it's a normal thing for it to do that. It's saved just so I can show you everything I did is still there. Change the colors, color there, and the color there and there have been changed to make the. I'm going to zoom in again. Get in window and view. Win 100% to go and make, say, the mirrors this color. Um, this like your little small round mirrors. I would have to go in. I can't press the fill button. It'd fill everything the same color. Um, I would have to color this separately by taking a brush and painting it like that. Probably with a bigger brush, but bigger size. But yeah, here I'll show you with a bigger brush what I was talking about. I would have to do this with it to make that mirror different from that mirror. The likelihood is I would wind up with a spot on this mirror that was red, like a semicircle red. Um, so I just leave it black. Now, because I didn't save it, it goes right back and reverts to the way it was. It's black. So there, as you can see, it's not red anymore. That's because I didn't save it. And that's enough for me today. I'm too much happening around the house. I will, oh, excuse me. I will talk to everybody at another time and date when it's a little less busy around here. But that's a little bit of working with the templates on American Truck Simulator using GIMP as a photo editor. To make a PNG file, there is a um, application that you can install into GIMP that will give you your well, it has PNG. It's not open recent. I have to. You don't need this because the program does actually uses PNG files, but file, export as, uh, select file type. Most of the programming in the ATS um, system is where's my how come it's not showing me that? Okay, file, export as. Where's my? It's a DDS file, anyways, and I'm not seeing where it says DDS. What have I lost my DDS file? I'll have to put it back in there. Apparently, I've lost the DDS file. Yeah, I'll have to put it back. Hmm. Well, anyways, um, the programming does use DDS files. Um, other than that, yeah, it's I will show you inside. See if it'll do this, or if I have to capture it again. Come on. Thank you. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to capture the window again. This is the American Truck um, program that you do the skin for. Doing a Kenworth T80, you take the T80, it has the then you go to skin properties, Um, Default name is going to be uh, Robo Cop 2014, I think it is. 2014 RoboCop. Now, and then you come over here and 2014. Oops, yeah, you can't put the little dot in there, and it's all lowercase. RC truck. RC truck. Yeah. Um, Airbrush, metallic color. Pick your. This will all the down at the bottom. Leave those checked. It makes the truck for all different. Um, you pick your. It makes it for all of the different types of trucks. Your duty cab, your mid roof, and your high rise sleeper. It automatically does that. So that's why I use the one with the high rise sleeper on it. I can make the pictures for the different levels. Um, we're going to use just for the hang of it, nice light that color blue. That's what's going to be in the space. It's an SCS color space. There's what it turns out to. You have to press the alternate UV for the in-game trucks, the actual SCS trucks. If this was the Viper 2 truck or the Outlaw truck, um, you would leave this unchecked. I'm going to browse for the skin. Um, we're going to go to skin projects. Yeah, I'll just use this one because this is the old truck. It's not. I'm not going to make this truck. There's how your picture comes in. Skin mask doesn't come up. Has nothing to do with it. You use for me. I use the default. You can use the workshop icon generator by taking a picture later on uh, in your screen shots of the truck, and then use the workshop icon generator to make this um, uh, so that you have a picture of the skin when you go into your garage and go into the workshop to look for the proper skin. It actually shows you a picture of the truck. Um, I just used this one off the top of my head because at the beginning you don't have a screenshot of it. So um, then you come into here. This is metallic options. Um, I'm going to make a little laggy right now. So I'm going to go a little darker with the base color. Okay. And then we're going to go with the flake color. And the flake color, we're going to go with a lighter blue. Okay, there. And you want to come here, your flip strength, that's this. Um, your flake UV scale, your flake density, your flake shininess, max them right out, your flake density. Um, then you go in, there's a metallic noise that is in. the programming. I moved it so that I could find it easier instead of searching for it. I just made a copy and it'll come up there. It's basically just a bunch of noise. Okay. And then when you're done that, you press export mod and I'll do it for the hang of it. Like I don't have to continue. It's going to come up with another window and then I would go for me because I would put them in a different area. Um, I would go to my ATS skin folders. I would put it in wherever the hang I put it. Uh, I know there it is. RoboCop trucks, and then I would save it in here. It'd come up as your SCS file with the truck, um, and all I'd have to do is press save and name it. Um, like come down here and name it 20 14 RoboCop truck, and then it and press save, and it would save it as the RoboCop truck, and it'd look like um, now that I am off of there. Give me a bit. I've got to go and look for something. Um, this is this is me looking. Come on, open up. You're taking too long. Yeah, I kind of figured I'd wind up with two of them. Okay, and sources, screen capture. Okay, now iDrive, Steam is Steam. Nope. User data 17 760 remote. This one screenshots. Okay, this is the one that I produced for the um, 20 the 1980 version. I don't know if it's going to catch this. No, of course it won't. Nope. View, where's view? There's view. Extra large icons. Yeah. No. Okay, well, oops. Kind of doesn't show you very well what I've done, but um, that'll help. But basically, this is the truck right there. Um, Again, I'd have to show you um, the actual blown up. version of this. Um, I can just by doing this. Uh, Give me a second. It's not the best shot. This would be kind of the best shot right there, I think. And I'll close that. And sources, screen capture. That should give you the full view of it right there. There's Robocop on the side, um, the OCP, the logos, um, the OCP insignia on the side, uh, the actual movie poster, which is also on the top of the Aerodyne system. All of the movie pictures are on the Aerodyne system, the three movies that were out. Uh, and that picture, the movie poster, I believe, is on the hood of the truck. Um, the future of law enforcement is down here on the side. Had to cut and paste those so that they'd be moved around. I cut him completely out and made a template. That's why he has no background behind him. It's just RoboCop. I could have done the same thing with the other guy, but I thought having the buildings behind him might look kind of cool. Um, I might rethink that idea. Depends on how well I can get it to look. But that's that truck. So if anybody wishes to uh, see more, just let me know. Um, the projects will become available as soon as I figure out how to upload them. My buddy has lost his computer for the moment. Uh, the guy that was actually putting them up on the workshop for me. Um, we kind of collaborated on that. I will see if I can figure out how to get up there. But thanks for watching, people, and we'll talk again another time if anybody wants to see more. Let me know. Oh, now we're going to have a problem. Uh-huh. Why are you being so laggy? Mm. Oh, you piece of. What is your fucking problem?